Do you like games with more freedom than common sense? Games where the economy is player-driven, and so are the war crimes. Where the real endgame is telling new players, yeah, there is dual wielding in this game. Just max every combat ability. Trust me, bro. Do you like games with a small but loyal player base? What about a game where, no matter how prepared your group is, your collective IQ drops by half the instant PvP starts? If you answered yes to any of the above questions, what the f? And welcome back yet again to Mortal Online 2 Zero to Hero. This time it is Season 2, Episode 2. This was a fun episode. We make some progress on our mastery. We are going to be checking one goal off of our list in this episode as well. We also have a really exciting collab with one of the largest and, in my opinion, one of the better Mortal Online 2 channels on YouTube. So we haven't been to the jungle before. We're going to spend some time down there this episode. Straight into it today. Welcome back to Mortal Online 2 Zero to Hero Season 2. And welcome back to Episode 2 of Season 2. We're going to start today off simple, just a little bit of quick farming. I checked the dailies. We've got bandits and direwolves, both of which can be done down here in the valley between MK and Toxai. So I'm just going to start with that. Probably do a little streamy poo on twitch.tv/deepcheekdweller. Make sure to follow there. But yeah, no specific plans today, just recording and gonna see where we end up. So I'll check back in with you guys in a little bit. All right, so we dropped the direwolf daily because there's only 2 spawns down in the valley and they take 10 minutes each. So I would have had to wait 40 minutes for one task, which is lame. So I dropped it, but I did finish bandits real quick. So we're going to go turn in the bandits, and then we're going to see what's next. I did get an interesting message about something that may or may not be happening here in a minute. So I may be doing something interesting in just a second when we cut from this clip. But real quick, claim that. Just to check in here, we are now Mastery 17, and we are 12 XP away from Mastery 18. Quick little 50 gold hit right there. We don't have a whole lot of money because I bought some stuff, and yeah, I'm pretty poor, but but it is all good. So yeah, I might have something interesting to do here in a minute. Let me respond to the DM and see what's up. Well, you know, one of the goals for Season 2 that I thought might take a while and might be something that I actually need to manufacture is a TC siege, actual like siege machinery siege, not just an outpost. And turns out Battle Brothers and Carnimata are going to be sieging Bad Company. So once again, we have joined forces with the Rat Alliance for some group PvP. We're heading over to meet up with everybody and get ready for the siege. So I will be back with you guys once we get started. All right, so
it's kind of weird.
According to Rat Alliance, this siege is going to be Battle Brothers, Carnimata, Wolfszeit, Odin Seed, and Jungle Alliance against Bad Company and a couple of their alliances. So this might be quite the fight. Man. I'm gonna go hard in these clashes. Hopefully, I don't just die and miss all of it. We'll see what happens, but this could be exciting. So more to come soon. The siege window will be opening shortly. So we gathered and we got ready to ride out to the objective. There was a lot of us. There had to have been over 100 at least on our side. Now, little did we know, unfortunately, Badco would not be able to muster a force worth fighting us. But this was a really good opportunity to record some territory control anyway, because this was textbook. The Rat Alliance did this the exact way you're supposed to. Now, I've got footage of us riding out to the place as a group because it's cool and cinematic. And then the first thing we did, the first step we took, was we built a FOB, a forward operating base. So we wanted a house to store stuff. We wanted a priest to respawn at if there was a fight and we died, and we needed a storehouse in order to keep the defense up on the brand new house that we built. I've never in my time in this game heard what it sounds like for over 100 people to be smacking the same house to build it. Not only did this house go up, this large house, by the way, go up in like 60 seconds, but it was also the loudest, most tinnitus-inducing thing I've probably ever experienced. So let's listen in on that for a second. So we got that house built and upgraded. And then we built a storehouse, like I said earlier, so that the defense would tick up on the new house that we just built. After that was a bank, just in case we needed to store extra kits, etc., etc. And then finally, a priest, so we could respawn if the fight went south.
Blue priest on the east side.
The next stage of the siege, in the same way that we had to build a storehouse in order to make sure that our new structure had defense, we needed to destroy the bad company storehouses throughout their village to start lowering their buildings' defenses. So our target is this stronghold in the background here. What we need to do is we need to get rid of all the storehouses first so we could start to attack the main buildings. Now, as you can see here, obviously this works a little bit different than an outpost, right? So that catapult there is called a manganon, and the manganons require boulders. So you've got a stone cutting tent, which is that mound with the little tent on it, and there are miners that are hitting the tent in order to produce stone. And then you have boulder runners who take the stone boulders that are created and bring them to the mang, and then the mang fires on the storehouse or on the target. This is just how you siege buildings. Now, typically it's one mang per storehouse, but as you'll see here in a minute, when we started the barrage on the stronghold itself, we used far, far more than just one mang. Not long after, all the storehouses were down. It was time to start preparing for the stronghold. Now, like I mentioned, we weren't just going to use one mang. In fact, I believe they built something like 12 or 13. We were going to barrage the stronghold down with as much firepower as we had brought. Luckily, I got to operate one of the mangs, and before we knew it, the barrage had started.
Fire! Blast the ship. Let's get the stone. I'm gonna load my Jotun with stone and run into the tent. And when Swags, we need you. I'm gonna fill up yours.
Please, we need boulder warriors.
Hey, I got you.
Yeah, so
Start, please carry boulders. Engineers in the tent. All JA must be carrying boulders right now.
I'm in the farthest southeast mang. I have no boulder. There we go.
Remember?
yeah. Odin Seed and JA, we're all running boulders right now, breaking the stronghold. Let's get this shit down.
Yo, if you guys are running boulders, stay to the same mang the whole time.
Yeah, find a mang, even if it's the furthest one, and then...
And then the true siege was on. You know, like I said before, unfortunately, Bad Company just didn't have the numbers to contest us. It was getting pretty late at night. And yeah, so this was basically a free siege take, to be honest, but it was still fun. And it was a cool opportunity to record to show you guys. But I wanted to talk about mangs and how they have durability. So every time you shoot a boulder out of a mang, it takes durability damage. I believe that mangs can shoot 100 boulders before they break. I'm pretty sure that's the lucky number. But yeah, eventually they break, and mine did eventually break. And I wanted to show this clip because not only is it some of the worst audio balancing I've ever done, but it was like 3, 4 in the morning at this point. I was so tired. My mang just died, and I was trying to give a status update with like commentary, and I sound so wiped out. So let's see what Nope from, you know, a couple days ago at 4 in the morning has to say. All right, so my mang died. It ran out of durability, so we're just gonna smack the tent for a while instead of running boulders. But so far so good. The siege is going really well. We were talking about it. Bad Company, we scouted them. They've got 20 to 40 players. They would stand absolutely zero chance against this army, so this is probably just a free siege. The stronghold is nearly down, and based on what I can see, it looks like there was probably quite a lot of value inside this stronghold. So I'd wager at least 1.5 stacks of gold is being lost here, which is pretty crazy.
Over the top of it, you gotta hit the other side of it.
Check
Or like hit the foundation, it looks like.
Whoever's
Yep.
went
I'm hitting it now.
there's a guy northwest.
Can someone validate the health on the stronghold?
Yeah, I'm checking now.
We're wasting these bangs.
Minus
Shit.
Morgul's dead.
Stronghold's dead.
Stronghold's dead. Nice.
Yep, hold fire on Stronghold. Hold fire on Stronghold.
All right, we're heading back to MK. Truthfully, after that last clip, I was starting to get really, really tired. It was like 2 in the morning. I had work the next day. It's just, I decided, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and just log in one of these buildings and hope that it's still there and the door's closed when I show up. So I just went ahead and went into a building nearby and logged out a little bit before the siege ended. Unfortunately, as far as I'm aware, Bad Company never mustered a force large enough to compete with us. We had way more people than I was expecting, and I think our Spiritists scouted maybe 20 to 40 Bad Company, so it would have been just completely inting on their side if they even came to offer us a fight. So, you know, technically we can count participate in TC as complete, and I'm gonna, but in my heart it's half complete. I want to fight over a structure, so technically it's complete, but you know, we're gonna try and participate in more of that by the end of season 2, whether it's defending or attacking. Right. I did think this was funny, though. Throughout the siege, I was picking up everybody's heads as we killed, like, random people. And I've got Flatfoot, Onionologist, Sayings, that's my own head, Falcus, Shaka Freds, and Spirits. So I picked up all these heads, and I don't know, I'll put them in a bag in the bank or something like that. But we are still safe and sound, heading back to MK. Man, recording this episode was fun because there was no time for dilly-dallying. Right after the siege, a good buddy of mine, Caesar, messaged me and said, hey, you want to come down to the jungle? And I thought about it and I was like, you know what? I could make some money down there. I could progress mastery down there. There's a chance for trinket drops. The XP is supposed to be really good. So I made my way down there. And the guild we were going to be palling around with in the jungle is Companions. Now, the Companions guys are pretty cool. They have a long and storied history. And I will let Jafar tell you about that in another episode. But for now, Companions, cool dudes. Thanks for hanging out with me. Obviously, as is customary, as soon as I showed up to their village, what was the first thing we had to do? We had to duel for a little bit. Damn, I keep handle hitting you when I should fucking finish the fight. There we go. What the fuck? Good fight. Good fight, dude. The fucking overheads weren't animating at all for me, dude. Shit.
Brother,
I got you, brother.
Oh, I got you taking pictures, Jafar. Oh, you're taking pictures, brother.
A few moments later.
Nice, good fight.
stabilizing out.
Good fight.
Dude, that looks like
Been him cheating, but just literally fucked up.
it's literally impossible for him to be cheating. How am I?
That range is really fucking with you, bro.
Yeah, I can't.
Oh yeah, I got you.
Weird.
Yeah, the 100 is really good.
Is it up? I don't even know.
Nice, Caesar. What a comeback. Holy shit.
Good fight.
All right, so here we are in the Jungle POI, one of the POI with the tribesmen. And this is a fantastic farm, both for trinkets and for glory. Each tribesman gives 32 glory per kill, and there are tons of them here. I'm going to show on the map right now where it is on the map. There's a couple of different alliances that kind of compete down here. I'm currently with Companions because they're cool, and a buddy of mine is in their guild, so why not farm with them? So we're gonna farm down here for a little bit, maybe get into some PvP and go from there. Yeah, see what mastery we can hit, farm up some money. It'll be fun. Oh, I see
Try
Ruin.
to get on him.
I'm
Yeah.
kiting away.
Oh, we got a foot fighter
Artisans
here
as
now.
well. I'm with you, Caesar.
I've got. Can someone just take care of the mage?
Yeah, there's 2 mages.
I just hit the mage big. He's running.
Is this worth me coming to? I'm in the POI, but I'm on a third side,
I'm
dude.
switching.
We're fighting a few of them. We're fighting hers and a couple other guys.
I said, but is it Dex Mage? I can't even get on a Dex Mage, dude. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
We're fighting a foot fighter as well.
Bang this
Fighter,
kid.
okay, I'm coming. At the water tower?
No, Caesar,
Yeah.
get out.
Yeah, I'm coming.
I chased off the mage for right now.
I'm on the way, dude.
I'm fighting a spear Ogmere under the bridge. He's running northwest.
Under the bridge?
I know. I see him. I see him.
I'm coming.
I'm chasing. Nice.
He's
Almost
pipe.
lured you. Yep.
Oh, he's potting? Or
Nice. Kill.
He's getting zoned.
Nice.
Get him, boys.
Okay.
Good kill.
I'll loot him.
It ain't bad.
Really?
Oh, Titan Goblin's one shot here. Nice, he's dead. The other one's right here to the north. Rat bastard.
Oh, the bird's taking hella aggro right now. Trying to peel it.
Come back. I must clip you. I have to clip you, sir.
Hopefully if you put armor on it,
You can't put armor in Solano's, right?
dude. No.
No,
Put
fight
bags
me
on
like a
them.
man. I want to clip you. Come back. You know something crazy? I forgot how fucking good. Not only is the Clade farm, because I'm already halfway to mastery, well, almost halfway to mastery 20 at this point. I've only been here for like 40 minutes. But in 40 minutes, I got 60, 80, 100, 110 gold. Not only is it a good Clade farm, not only is it a good money farm, but also these Sidoan tribesmen have chances to drop really good trinkets up to and including Rubers, which are extremely valuable and good trinkets. So honestly, this farm is super based. Now, if you come down here randomly, you're just going to get ganked by every single guild that sees you. Lucky for me, I have friends and companions who have a village right outside the dungeon, so I have an inn to be here. But, you know, we still fight other guilds and stuff like that, but it's, man, this is such a good farm. It really is. So hitting a quick depot in my buddy's house real quick. He's letting me keep some stuff in his chest while I'm farming down here. But in about 40 minutes, I made 123 gold, almost 124 gold, and I grabbed a gold trinket. So, I mean, this is... this farm is crazy, boys. This farm is crazy. Back to the grind we go. Alright, we've been at the POI for about 2 hours. And it's getting late and I have work in the morning. So let's sell off everything we have. And see how much money we made real quick. Alright, in 2 hours we made 263 gold plus another gold. So 264 gold and change. Plus 2 gold trinkets that I have not rolled yet. So, also the Sidoians drop these bandages and they drop quite a lot of them. So we'll go ahead and put those in there as well. So, yeah, the gold farm is crazy. We're almost mastery 21 already. Now, here's the kicker. We keep talking about mastery. Now, remember I mentioned you need an elixir of aptitude in order to unlock these trees, right? And those cost 500 gold. Typically, you can only buy them in towns, but my buddy, who's letting me use his house, has 2 of them right here. And he agreed that once I have 500 gold, I can buy one from him. So we are tomorrow going to continue farming the POI. And we are going to get to 500 gold and then trade it for an elixir of aptitude. And then we are going to unlock our first major mastery tree. So that will be fun. We've got 20 points to spend. We are going to do some damage here. All right, it's the next night, and that did not take long at all. We have 500 gold here, so I'm going to take the 500 gold. And like I said, our boy Caesar was nice enough to allow us to buy one of his elixirs of aptitude. So we're going to go ahead and give him 500 gold right there. And we are going to take one of these. And now that we have it in our inventory, we can unlock a mastery tree. Let's go upstairs and sit down here. So we are now mastery 23. This is going quite quick. So we're mastery 23 now. And with this elixir, we can unlock one major tree. We've got a few options. The main two for Thurstar are Constitution or Strength, right? There's Dex and stuff. And you could also go down here. And like, for example, we can get 4 raw Strength here. But that's a 500 gold investment for 1, 2, 3 points. And then I need to spend another 500 gold. So I don't want to do that. So really, it's, do we want to take less damage and have better, you know, like damage resist and more health? Or do we want to do more damage? Personally, I think I want to do more damage first. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to take a strength. And then we are going to go into melee damage bonus. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that gives us 2 entire % melee damage bonus, getting us up to almost 37. We've got 18 more points, so we can also take all of these, which are slashing damage. We use a slashing weapon. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so now we have an extra strength, 2% melee damage bonus, and another 3% slashing damage, which is pretty big. And then we could take like damage to AI, damage to ritual pets, dominated pets, tamed pets, untamed AI. We get some free armor weight we could do. There's a number of different options. To be honest, with these 10 extra points, I might save. I don't need pierce or blunt damage right now. I might save those for the next 500 gold, and then we'll go into Constitution, start grabbing all of this health and all of this damage resistance. I think that's probably what we're going to do. But there we go. We've spent our first 13 mastery points and got 2% melee damage bonus, 3% slashing damage. That is awesome. Now, what we're going to do next is actually really cool. I got into contact with another large content creator for the game Mortal, and we're going to go have a chat with him and MK. So let's cut to that before we wrap up the episode. All right, so I'm here with Spesnat, who is the leader of Wolfszeit and is actually another content creator here on YouTube. You'll see his channel on the screen. He has, in my opinion, one of the most informative YouTube channels with content about Mortal. So thanks for joining us, man.
Thanks for having me here. Hello.
Yeah, appreciate it, dude. So I just wanted to start, I guess, tell me a little bit about how you started with Mortal. I think you started in Mortal Online 1, is that right?
Oh, yeah. In Mortal Online 1 in the beta. And the first thing I remember was I created my character, and then I spawned outside of Farbonum. I joined the game after the Sausage Lake incident, so I was there in the beta block B, and we had like if you make a character, you directly spawn outside of Farbonum, and there were people griefing and ganking people all the time, like new players. You were just starting out, and they're like beheading you all the time.
Some things like, never change.
This was so hilarious.
Some things never change. Hell yeah! You mentioned something about a Sausage Lake incident. What's that?
Beta block A players, was it, I guess, started out the game, and then they spawned in the Sausage Lake. So the lake was not called the Sausage Lake, but everyone was naked and had a male character, so it was called the Sausage Lake after that.
Oh, that's why it's called Sausage Lake?
Yeah, that's why it's called Sausage Lake.
I did not know that.
Players call it Sausage Lake.
That is
never
awesome.
Confirmed, but never really confirmed, but since this incident, it was called the Sausage Lake forever.
Damn, you learn something new every day. You've been making content for Mortal for quite a while. How long ago did you start making content, and why did you decide to make videos about Mortal?
So I started out 2021. I guess it was when Star Wars announced, like, okay, now we are going to the alpha phase and stuff like that. And then I started with the videos and talking about Mortal and making the first tutorial videos where Star Wars were confirming, like, okay, yeah, we implementing the same Granum, Calx extraction modifiers, the same stuff. We will implement the same everything, like everything will be the same. And I was like, okay, this is perfect. for new players and stuff, they could start out better than we started out, because we started out very dumb, and sometimes sometimes it was very funny, but sometimes it was very frustrating for a lot of people.
Yeah, and you know, I like that you do tutorials, you have build guides, you do lore videos. A lot of the stuff about the lore I had no idea until I watched your videos on it, so it's good stuff.
Awesome.
So
yeah, I mean, I really like to help out people, because it was so frustrating for me to playing Mortal Online and Googling about stuff and never finding anything useful. It was very frustrating, and for my friends as well. But a few stayed for the game, and yeah, we are still playing today. A few of them, and it's awesome.
yeah, awesome. So I guess tell me real quick about Wolfszeit. I if I'm not mistaken, Wolfszeit started in Mortal Online 1, and you guys all moved to Mortal Online 2. So tell me a little bit about what you guys do in Wolfszeit, and you know what your content loop is.
Yeah, the guild started out very early in 2009. It was, and I met Sunila. It was, I guess, and then he invited me to the guild. And then and there were a few more people in the guild and stuff, and yeah, and we grew over time and shrank over time, of course, because some game decisions, also some in-game politics, also some territorial control was not okay, and stuff like that. A few people stayed, and we grew over time. And yeah, and with Mortal Kombat 2, we grew even bigger in numbers.
So you mentioned, you know, like player base fluctuates a little bit, and I wanted to talk about that a little bit. Obviously, you know, I've been playing for a couple of years, and I've seen you know, nearly 2,000 active players, and I've seen it as low as 500-600. How do you feel about the state of the player count and the player base right now?
How should I say it? When you have 500 concurrent players online, and you're making like what's that would make? I was looking at the reports and stuff, but when you calculate it up, it's like 10,000 paid accounts. It must be like 8,000 to, I don't know, 12,000 paid accounts or something like that.
Yeah, I think what a lot of people don't realize is concurrent playership versus daily logins are very different numbers. You know, like there's a lot of people logging in and out. Just because there's not more than, you know, 1,000 of them on at a time doesn't mean that there's nobody playing the game. You know, you stay on long enough, you'll see all different types of people. I mean, and you make videos on all of the new updates, all of the patch notes, all of the things that are coming out. I guess one thing I'm curious about is in the last, let's say the last year or so, what do you think the best update was?
I think the territorial rework was a step in the right direction. It's good. It's better how it is now than it was before. So yeah, I guess this was one of the bigger things, because a lot of people cried for more sustainable PvP events, like outposts, like I don't know, like content, like okay, every few hours there is something, every 2 days there is something, every day there is something.
Yep. I agree. I think the territory control rework is a really positive change. I think one piece of feedback I have about it is that I think it makes keep ownership kind of pointless. But I do think that I do think that outposts were a really cool change, because I've gotten so much more PvP over the last like however long since Reckoning came out, so that's been great. If you could speak to Henrik today and say, this is the one thing that I really, really want to see in the game, something that they haven't announced yet, what's one thing that you really want Mortal to have that it doesn't have right now?
An active player base of 10,000, I don't know.
Oh, that's the dream, dude. That's the dream.
Sorry, Henrik. But yeah, no. I think the breeding system. I think the breeding system would be funny. Yeah. Because this was very funny in the first game. We had some awesome creations there, like zebra horses and stuff like that.
Yeah, that'd be sick. Yeah, you know, breeding's a great one.
It's just funny, and then that's a nice flavor to the game. and it also solves the hassle of just oh no, now I need to go to the horse spawn to the 120th time. And
yeah, being able to create your own consistent source of mounts and pets and being able to breed combat pets and stuff, I think it's a good one. I think, generally speaking, it would be, I have two. My first one would be more bosses that are like Ultimeki with actual mechanics, like your Ultimekis and your Minnow Kings, stuff like that. I want to see more of that. But the other one, you already said it, is I call it homesteading, breeding, farming, stuff like that. The stuff that's more downtime and like life skill. You know, personally, I like dueling. I like being a sweat in PvP. Like, that's fun for me. But sometimes I just want to like go to a structure and like play Harvest Moon for a little bit. You know what I mean? So, you know, I've had these ideas of, you know, maybe you could have different types of housing, like, or a different type of stronghold, where maybe you could have like a courtyard stronghold that has a secured courtyard for like flower beds or planting and stuff like that. I think homesteading in general would be a really cool thing. Yeah, well, those are most of my questions. Really, I guess the last thing I'm curious about is I kind of wanted to just turn it over to you and just, you know, anything you want to say about your channel or anything you want to say to people who are getting into the game or are new to the game. Just, you know, whatever you feel you want to leave a message to my viewers who might not already be watching your videos.
First off, thanks for support from all of you. Yeah, I mean, Mortal Online is a very hard game sometimes, but it's also, I think, one of the most social games ever, because I've met so many great people in this game. I don't know, and just a good example. There are two people in our guild that have that never met each other before, and now they live together, and it's like awesome. Yeah, people come together here in the game. It's like every time when an event is here, even when you are enemy guilds, even when we sometimes don't like Odin Seed, I don't know, we can still be at an event, maybe not, I don't know, and just be friendly and just have fun together and just be a community all together. And yeah, the next day we can fight again without any hesitation. This is like if you have seen the Sabaton Christmas Truce video, this was awesome. Yeah,
I totally agree. I have met some people in Mortal Online over the last couple of years that I consider genuine real life friends that I feel, you know, are genuinely close people in my life. So I totally agree with that. It's the most social experience in an MMO I've ever seen.
Mortal Online is a marathon, not a sprint. So yeah, expect good content, but it needs time, and have fun in the game. It has a lot to offer. It has a lot of content, and you will meet a lot of nice people there.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool,
and
man.
Party hard, yeah, party hard.
Always party hard, yeah.
This is always party hard. Yeah, this is never forget to make party hard. Yeah, I always forget that.
Cool, man. Well, listen, dude, I really appreciate you taking the time to meet with me in game and talk a little bit. And guys, don't forget to go and subscribe to his YouTube channel. I'll put it on the screen again. Well, I'll leave a link to his channel in the description, and go give him a subscription. And yeah, thanks for chatting with me, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And just to quickly wrap us up, a quick check-in on our Season 2 goals. You'll see that we did knock off number 9, participate in TC, Territory Control. Like I said, we're definitely going to go for more of that in Season 2 and hopefully actually catch a real fight for some TC, but technically we participated, so that is checked off. I am cooking up some cool stuff for Episode 3, you guys, so I hope you are as excited as I am about this season. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it this far, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you very, very soon next week in Mortal Online 2 Zero to Hero.